Yeah, those are fun lenses. In general, contact lenses is what got me into eye care to begin with. Like when I was a kid, I switched from glasses to contacts, and it like changed my life. So I have a really big love for contact lenses in general and helping people kind of get into that world. And so, yeah, I love doing contact lens videos and talking about lenses. So I actually am planning a whole series more about contacts coming up here in the next month or so. So, yeah. Actually, in schools now, they're using a lot of 3D modeling and even VR to train doctors, uh, for doing operations and surgeries and just better understanding anatomy and things like that, because you can't just cut open everyone's eye and start performing things. So uh, it's like using that kind of video game learning aspect because you learn a lot with video games. And so using that in education to teach medicine, I think is a really kind of cool kind of frontier that's being explored right now. There's a big difference between optical correction and like digital magnification, in terms of how cameras work as well as technology. There are special kind of VR headsets. They're kind of like the Cadillac of low vision devices. So people who are already lost a lot of their functionality with their vision, maybe they only have like a tiny pinpoint of vision that's actually useful. These devices map out where that pinpoint is, and then they use digital magnification to basically blow up and fit as much information into that useful spot. Um, and that's kind of what those devices do. But again, they're just like you said, they're like these big helmet type of things. But it has to start somewhere, right? Your desktop computer was the size of a house back in like the 60s. So yeah, I I was basically, there's a lot of things that motivated me to start. One was a lot of my patients come in asking questions and they all say, you know what, I hate to admit this, but I Googled this. Everybody does that. That's our generation. If something breaks in the house or if you've got a weird bump growing, you kind of like start Googling, okay, funny looking rash, red bumps, something like that. You try to teach yourself what's going on, figure the problem out yourself. Um, and I don't blame people for doing that, but a lot of times people come in, they just think that they have like a tumor, or they're just way wrong. They're always way wrong, because what's out there for that information is pretty minimal. And so when I went on, honestly, what happened is that my lawnmower broke, and I needed to fix it. So I went to YouTube, and YouTube, fixing lawnmower or something like that. Watched a video, and I was kind of like, well, what's out there for eye care? What are people watching for? Because I know people are asking the questions because they're coming to me telling me they are. So I'm like, okay, well, let's see what are people thinking about this topic, and I'll just see some video of some guy in their basement who's like 15 just talking stuff, and it'll be like way wrong, like awful wrong, and it's like this guy has 50,000 views, people watching this guy's stuff, and he's just talking nonsense, like. And I'm like, that's scary a little bit. So I'm just like, well, what if somebody made it more fun to watch, that's educational, that makes it easier to understand, and it's coming from somebody who actually, is doing this and knows the stuff. So um, it came from kind of my drive to provide public education, which is kind of what the whole goal of the show is. And then just kind of fit into my drive to be creative and make something. And so that was kind of the root of it. And I'm just like, you know what, if anyone's going to do this, it's going to be me. And so I just, I was very hesitant about it at first, but I finally just said, it was like my New Year's resolution in 2018. At that New Year's, I was just like, nope, I'm going to do this. I'm going to jump feet first into the deep end of the pool, right? And so I had to kind of start my journey. And yeah, it's great. But yeah, there's a whole aspect to getting the right frame and lenses. So although there are, again, quality of the frame and lenses, some products out there like online that you can get are usually not top of the line. But for a budget, they'll get you by. And if you don't have insurance, I think it's pretty awesome that they offer that for people. But if you really want to take good care of your eyes and see your best, there's a reason why better quality items are out there.